14th, 2026, the 359th day of the Sex Offender Administration. Indian wildlife officers are hunting a rampaging wild elephant blamed for killing at least 20 people and injuring 15 others in the forest of Jharkhand. The elephants that pose the most danger to humans are often rogue bulls, solitary male animals, enraged during musth, a period of heightened sexual activity when testosterone levels soar. He's horny, so fuck him or get out of his way. The Trump administration is terminating temporary protected status for Somalis living in the United States, giving hundreds of people 2 months to leave the country or face deportation. Then, Trump said his administration was going to revoke the U.S. citizenship of any naturalized immigrant from Somalia or any other country who is convicted of defrauding what he referred to as our citizens. No country has been put on trial. However, one cunt has, and he still got reelected. Bill and Hillary Clinton refused to testify on Capitol Hill Tuesday in the House Oversight Committee's Jeffrey Epstein probe despite lawmakers' threat to hold them in contempt. We're talking Bill and Hillary Clinton. Could they be held in more contempt? It's day 2 of the nurses' strike. Nurses say healthcare benefits and workplace safety are their main reasons for striking, and they are refusing to go back to work until their demands are met. I can remember back when nurses were essential workers. This has been the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll with headlines and punchlines for January 14th, 2026, the 359th day of the Sex Offender Administration. Join me live at the Church of Last Resort Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern Time on Minddog TV.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host or guest and should not be interpreted as a statement of fact. Independent fact-checking and corrections are encouraged.
Can we get a cup of coffee in here, please?
I got buttons. I hate the buttons. It's the automatic. I gotta push a button.
Damn good coffee and hot.
Yeah, good. There was a good coffee and hot.
My dog is your mind's best friend.
Oh yeah, push a button. How about that? One more button.
My dog is your mind's best friend.
I hate pushing the button.
Wake up, America. You've got a dog that needs walking. That's right, sunshine. Just put on a big pot of strong coffee and get ready to type your little hate mail with your opinions about kumbaya and flat earth insanity. Stand-up comedy? You want stand-up comedy? Well, we've got sit-down comedy. It's time for Coffee with a Dog. You make me laugh.
I wonder if I could. Yeah, never mind. Good morning. Good morning, folks. It is Wednesday, January 14th, 2026. Yeah. I'm back in the, not now, but I will be in the psych ward and drug rehab lockdown later today, doing a show. Not that much later, so it's going to be an early show. I got to get out of here by like 11 o'clock. Today we're going to have some musicians, some mucus. We're gonna have some mucus music from the desert, from Arizona, from Prescott, Arizona, which, if you don't know, is pretty much smack dab in the middle of the state. And it's from what I can gather, Colton Burris and Granite. Now, Granite Studios, Mike DeSorda, who is the owner, co-founder of Granite Music Studios, Granite Music Sounds, has put together some lineup of original music. It's a little bit strange to me, and not in a bad way, but in an unusual way. I think it sounds like Kentucky bluegrass in the middle of Arizona. Now, Colton Burris, I don't really know. I haven't heard that much of his music. I've heard one live song, which not bluegrass. You know what separates bluegrass from country music? Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? You don't know, do you? Drums. So Colton Burris has drums. The one tune that I've heard from Granite Music Sounds has no drums. It sounds a little Ricky Skaggs, Bill Monroe, mandolins and high-pitched vocals. And so we'll talk to them. I think they'll be here in the second hour. I did not catch the news because I was, the news was playing in my ear, but I was so distracted by what I'm seeing. And I can't show you. I wish I could show you, but I would definitely get not just a strike, but banned from YouTube for eternity. In the video recommendations on my YouTube channel, and this is YouTube showing me this, I should just now I should ban them. You think you were going to ban me? I'll ban you. Who's banning who? Recommendation says cooling system services, professional radiator repair and cooling system services, and the thumbnail is a woman on her knees sucking a huge black cock. I shit you not, and I dick you not. Now, I'm not sure. Do I report this? What do I do? But I would love to be able to show it to you, because to me it's humorous, because I could use my radiator drained or something, but I can't show it to you. So I missed the news. So I don't know. I heard some shit about elephants or something. I was expecting a Republican joke in there. I'm not sure if there was a Republican joke in there. I'm still a little, I don't know. I'd like to report. I don't know. Get this dick sucking girl off my YouTube block or report. Here you go, report. Anyway, so that's why I was distracted. And it's not even working. They don't let me report. Oh, about this advertiser. The advertiser paid for blowjobs. I don't know. United Kingdom, misleading scam contains sexual content. How about that? It's a chick sucking a big. They're asking me for a comment. Sucking BBC. Ow! I just gave myself a heart attack thinking about that. Anyway, so I could drop that here. So that's what we got in store for you. I'm going to play a little commercial. We'll say hello to our narcissist in chief, GD Funky G, whatever, and then we'll do a little music interview and get the hell out of here. That's the plan for today. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? No, you're not. Anyway, my movie psychedelic finishing and alchemizing.
Mind Bloom is helping people achieve life-changing clinical and personal breakthroughs, alchemizing both the psychedelic medication, psychiatric care from psychiatric clinicians, coaches, we call psychedelic guides, and a lot of content and meditations and programs into this really transformational experience that, because it's delivered at home, costs a lot less and is a lot more convenient for people to receive.
In the room with me now is Mr. Funky G himself. Look at me. I was 20 once. GD Fenton. Good morning, GD.
Good morning, America. MindDogTV.com. Are you or someone you know or love suffering from chronic impatience? We at Mind Dog TV, Chronic Impatience Outpatient Clinic, may be able to help you. Order our free diagnostic test. It comes with everything you need to find out if you're impatient. When it comes to your door, it'll be the box just like this, okay? And all you have to do, everything you need is inside. So all you got to do is open this box to get the stuff you need to find out if you're impatient. Get the box to find out if you're impatient.
Are we reverting back to you breaking shit again on every morning? Is this a problem you're gonna? It seems like we've gone through this before. You ran out of stuff to break. I'm hoping this isn't the
start. It was just an idea I had. I wanted to try it live before I put it to.
I'm glad you're trying it live on your stuff and rather than my stuff. That's all I'm going to say about that stuff. Mind Blub is sucking and fucking.
Okay, that little thing that you've been just seeing on yours,
yeah.
I've had it on my YouTube thing for months.
So I caught it from you, radiator disease.
I have no idea what it is.
Links.
I mean, first I thought, okay, it's supposed to look like a cock. Maybe it's some kind of pipe, like it's like an optical illusion.
No, that's a cock.
I'm just saying. And I kept saying, but I don't know of a pipe, an actual plumbing pipe that would bend like that.
Yeah.
I said, well, maybe. I said, well, but then again, there's flex copper, and if you put that black rubber tubing or that black insulation around it, it'll look just like that. But I thought but I wasn't going to spend so much time on it. I kept thinking, because I kept giving YouTube the benefit of the doubt, saying they wouldn't put that on there because they don't let us show anything like that.
Exactly.
I just got a text from somebody named Mind Dog about a show that was inappropriate about my mom. Okay,
about
GD's mom.
Content they don't like, which
content they don't
a lot of recurring issues that come up on the show. They didn't say there's no. It says clearly in the thing, your stuff will still play. It's just we're not going to monetize those portions of the program. Okay, fine. I'm not making any money anyway. I'm losing money, to be honest with you. By the way, BitChute. We're not gonna. You know how BitChute, like every month they give me a report on what we made, and usually it's like $1, not even $1. It's a penny or a nickel. We're up to last month we made 14 cents on BitChute. I am so proud of our. We've pretty much almost tripled our income on BitChute. I did put an ad on Craigslist looking for, because I feel like I don't know if you know this, but we hit 6 million just on this YouTube channel alone the other day, January 10th. I feel like we are poised to actually grow this show. The problem is I need a business manager. I need somebody who can go after the sponsors and chase them down for the checks, sign up the new sponsors, get the material. I just don't have enough time in the day. I need an intern. I need a kid and a business partner, somebody who's willing. They can take all the fucking money to start off with until it starts actually being real money, and then we'll split it evenly. That's what I want to do. So I put an ad.
You could take all the fucking money and then you split it evenly. Then they're not taking all the money; they're taking half the money.
Right. Well, no, until it makes real money, they could take all the money, and then when it starts making real money, then we split it up.
Okay. So if it starts making lots of Bitcoin, you're not interested. But once it starts making US dollars, split it.
What bit actually approaches comedy?
I'm not exactly sure, but bit. I think it was. It says that bit, so I'm just assuming the Mind Dog TV inpatient. Outpatient test.
Inpatient, outpatient, maybe. I got going back to the psych ward today. I do.
Although somebody in the governor's site said it was gay, so.
Gay?
Yeah.
Is that wrong?
I guess. No, that's Captain Strips or something. I don't know.
Well, one of the things that Ron's fixation with bisexuality, I guess, is an issue for YouTube. He does it too much. He overdoes the by everybody's bisexual thing, and we still have to press him on whether he includes himself in that. Like, is he coming out of the closet? That I'm having a heart attack today.
How do you know it's not gas?
It probably is gas.
Well, yeah. if it's gas, just get up in the middle of the conversation and walk over to your window and pretend you're looking out the door over your new.
Is that what that was about?
That was my guess. As soon as it happened, as soon as I saw it, I said to my wife, "He's got gas."
Yeah.
And she goes, "He stinks anyway. They know he stinks. Why?" I said, "Because he probably knows what he probably like farted earlier." And even he noticed how bad it was. And that means it really stinks. Anytime your own fart is so bad that you go, so that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So he thought that in that room with all those people, too many people would smell it, and he couldn't control all of them. Like his cabinet, if he farts around his cabinet, they're all paid to say, "Thank you, sir. May we have another." But if he farts in front of a bunch of oil CEOs, they go like, "Wait a minute, we've been around gas, natural and otherwise. This shit stinks." So that's what I think that was.
Granite Mountain sounds like a hard rock band. Not really. Mountain music. Well, you know, I think it's named after. I think there's a mountain in Prescott, Arizona called Granite Mountain, which is where it got its name from. But if I play, and Mike did not send me music to play, and there's only one song that's actually on his website, and it sounds like bluegrass, and it's like that's Kentucky, not Arizona.
Don't fall for it. We've been through this where you've had the wrong music, the wrong guy. Next thing you know, LA.
Oh no, I definitely got the right. I definitely got the right guy.
Okay. I just don't want us to get in more trouble with L.A. Reid. This guy doesn't know me, never been to a party with me. So
you can't but the Granite Music Sounds, this is his studio stuff. He's got 4 different artists listed here, but only one song. It's like there's no music here, which is it's a Granite Music Sounds. I guess the recording.
Maybe it's the sounds of granite.
Our artist, the production, yeah. Our new artist, Colton Burris and Andrews Ray. You know what? Why would you have a plural name, Matthew? Like I'm Matthews Napo. Like, wait a minute, there's only one of you.
My one of my best friends, his name is Phillips with an
S.
Phil's. Yeah, Phil. Phil's actual name is Phillips, and not only that, he's a third. It's a family name, and the first of the Phillips, it was someone else's last name, and that's how But yeah, Phillips with an S. So it's a family name, and yeah.
It's exhausting. How's the radiator? Pat, what do you say? Do you say radiator or radiator?
Oh no, it's a radiator.
Radiator.
Oh yeah. If it had 2 D's, that'd be a radiator. Or if it had an ish at the end, it'd be a radish. Which is straight. Okay, so I don't know why radish doesn't have 2 D's. That's why the English language fucks. It's just stupid. The English language is a really stupid language. We should have spoken some other language that makes sense.
Like Chinese, Mandarin. Chinese, there are like 117 dialogues.
Yeah, dialogues is like 1,500. I don't know. It's a lot of dialects. Yeah. I used to speak Mandarin, but that was in 3rd and 4th grade, and I hadn't used it. I didn't use it in 5th grade. They started training me on Spanish or French. French. In 4th grade, they started training me on French, so I forgot the Chinese. So then I went from French to Russian, and I forgot the French. And I went from Russian to Hebrew, and I forgot the Hebrew, Russian, and the Hebrew, because I stopped using the Hebrew.
No, it's good brew. It's good brew, not Hebrew. Good brew.
Hebrew. Oh, good brew, yeah. Yeah. So every time I got started on a new language, I didn't follow up on the old language. I didn't keep practicing. I just got bad at all of them, including English.
I don't speak any languages at all. I speak 0 languages. What's your love language? My love language is shart. Whoa, I didn't know about that. There's a thing going around. There's a thing going around.
What, sharting?
Yeah, it's a sharting flu.
Oh yeah. And vomiting too. There's also a vomiting flu.
Yeah, well, first you vomit, then you shart. According to it's like one flu that they combined into the vomit shart vomit.
Well, that's good to know. Now, is it at the same time? Like you go to vomit, but it's
I really don't want to find out, and I especially don't want to find out on a gig. Like I don't want to be today, like playing in the psych ward, no less. Just
no
explosive diarrhea in the middle of a set.
No one would notice. They would just put you back in your room and say, "How'd you get out? Where'd you get this guitar? This is dangerous. It has sharp things on it." Yeah. No, I don't belong here.
I'm wondering if I could not show up and still get paid and just tell them I showed up. Oh, I was there.
No,
you didn't see me.
I don't think the workers are that bad. I don't. No, I don't think you can show up in
that. It's gotten very weird at the VA, because especially
you are lucky that you show up, perform, and get paid. Some people, don't pay you even when you show up and perform.
I probably should share this information because it probably
you should share it. It's going to get demonetized anyway, so share it.
I don't know if it's a national security thing. Some of the buildings I show up at the VA used to have security guards there. You'd have to check in, all this stuff. You walk in now, it's like a fucking ghost town. I mean, because they have gutted the budgets for all these things.
Right.
But sometimes I'm walking through, I'm like, is anybody going to check me here? How do you know that this guitar case doesn't have a machine gun in it? Not that it does, and I don't want to get, but there's nobody there. That's a concern to a guy like me who cares about our vets and the people in there. We don't want,
especially since if they wander away from that facility, they'll wind up at your back door like the deer and the geese and the chickens and the cats and the dogs and the silver spoon.
Where I am, there's no wandering out. You need somebody they're locked in. And you have to know the code to get out, or have somebody who does.
Oh, so you can get in easy, you just can't get out.
That's right.
Oh, okay. Well, that's it. If there's a shooter, they know the shooter's not leaving. They say, okay, we got a shooter in Ward 6, so take your time getting here. He's not going anywhere. He doesn't know the code to get out.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
And he shot all the people who did know the code, so he's not getting out.
But everybody's still dead. That doesn't the goal is not to just catch the guy. The goal is to keep people from getting dead.
It's time. Budgets are tight. Time's hard.
Did I kill somebody else? Because there was I don't know. I saw
chances are they did, but I don't know. I didn't see it in the headlines, but then again, I didn't. I looked at the headlines around midnight.
Yeah,
that's my shut off. If they don't post it in the headlines by midnight, then it doesn't. Unless it's unless I don't start writing until 4 a.m. Sometimes I actually write it at 4 a.m. And then I will catch stuff that happened at midnight or after midnight.
Well, I'm not sure what. Because yesterday there was a woman who pulled up. She said she was trying to go to a doctor's appointment. They dragged her out of a car, beat her.
Yes, they right. And she
then
kept yelling, "I'm a citizen. I'm a citizen."
Right. And there was a guy pumping gas who was saying the same thing. I'm a citizen. I'm a citizen. They beat him up, took him, and then this morning.
Now this is fucking stupid. Okay, the guy. I'm sitting the whole time looking at him. He's pumping gas. Okay, 2 people surround me. I'm squirting them with gas. Fuck it. Because I'm not getting beat up.
There were more than 2.
In the camera that I saw, there was in the footage I saw, there's a guy in front and the guy who sneaks up behind him. Just sneaks up, doesn't say anything. Yeah, I'm spraying them with gas. Yeah. And if they don't leave me, then I'll light their ass on fire. Fuck them. They should have identified themselves. Don't walk up on me, especially when I'm already paranoid.
Didn't we already see this while what are you doing? We already saw that.
My thumb hit a button on my.
You got all excited. Oh, the heart attack is back. Oh,
yeah.
What's going on with me? Am I dying?
My thumb hit my enter button, and the cursor was over top of that. So now that I know that if I hit enter, whatever my cursor is pointing to shows up on the screen. I think
I really shouldn't die today. Not that I am opposed to dying, but today is not the day for it. Maybe Saturday's a good day to die.
That was one of our exercises last night in Dylan's workshop.
To die?
No. Let me see if I can. It was. No, that's not it.
Dylan's workshop. It sounds like that should be the name of a show. Dylan's workshop.
It could be.
You have Bob Dylan in there. Hey. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. How did they get out of order? Okay.
You're all out of order.
Okay. Yeah. Order. He says, okay, we have like 4 minutes left in the class. And he says something like, this is the premise. I thought I'd be dead by now or I'm surprised I didn't die not by now. Those are two things. And so I was like, oh, well, I don't always. That's pretty much what he said. But this is what I wrote instead. I wrote, I'm not afraid of dying. I just don't want to die while I still have something to live for. I don't mind dying. I just have to do it in a way that doesn't get me teased in the afterlife. No one wants to be called chokes on dicks for eternity. And that's what I wrote. So
afterlife, is that a thing?
I don't know. And that's why, see, sometimes he comes up with these premises, and I spend more time haggling over the fact that it's like, what do I, haggling over the accuracy of what he's saying or whatnot. I believe, because he's a druid. And so druids have a different belief system than, non-druids.
Yeah, like, but they, oh boy. Anti-Semitic, anti-black guy. I'm just like Mr. Bigot here. Jews and black dudes both have something in common.
Yeah.
Not the foreskin thing. No.
No. The fact that Nazis hate us.
No. Oh, well, that too. Yes. That's absolutely true. But I mean, this mother thing. The Evander Holyfield. My mama said Dylan was every time I talked to him, he was always coming back to what his mother, things about his mother, stories about his mother. Like, I don't know, very mother centric. I don't know. It's I'm just an observation there. Now you can label me anti-Semitic, anti-blackamit.
No, I would name you a momist. You're anti-mothers.
My mama said.
Yeah, that's what. But that actually made a lot of money for Michael Jackson. Mama said, mama.
Mama say, mama sound, mama me, yeah, whatever. What was
Mickey
that?
Mouse? Yeah, that one.
What song was at the end of?
Got to be starting something.
Gotta be starting something. Yeah, gotta be
starting something.
Oh yeah, I was forced to play that one time in a wedding band for a while. Oh yeah, that's not fun.
I have never covered any Michael Jackson songs. Well, actually, the funny thing is, in all the years I've only played in 4 bands, maybe 5, 6 at the most. But there was one band that they wanted me to play bass in. It was an R&B band, and they wanted me to play bass in this R&B band. And even then, well, I didn't stick around long enough. I got the job, but I was like, I'm not happy playing these songs. They were like old, slow. The bass lines are doom. Now I love the Temptations, but I'm not going to go doom. Doom 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 doom.
Copyright strike.
Why? I've been working on the railroad. That's what that's.
I think
working on the railroad.
Working
on the railroad. That's what that song was.
Fine.
Why would we get a copyright strike for that? That's like public domain.
You would think. And speaking of public domain, because you know how you brought up the watch party for the Dolomite
Thunder God or whatever, the Thunder Man, human tornado.
So I looked it up. Like, how do you have a watch party for that? And I grokked it. First of all, Grok said no, Dolomite is still under copyright. It's not in public domain yet, even though it was more than 50 years ago when that came out. So there's copyright infringements on it. So you can't do that on YouTube or Twitch. But there are services, there's 2-7 or something like this, and there's a bunch of them where you can go on and have a watch party on their site for copyrighted stuff. Like, and they ask you, where's it coming from? YouTube, Amazon, wherever. You plug that in and you can have a watch party there. I don't know how we would get people from wherever we get them from to come onto that thing. There's a little chat room and you sit there and have a watch party. Do they pay the royalties on that kind of stuff? I don't know. Why can they do it and YouTube can't?
I don't know the answer to that. Maybe there's like a fee or something.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's gonna be worth. It's too much work. You know me. I'm allergic to work.
Yeah. But you're also allergic to black people, and you developed a tolerance for that over time.
Why is Billie Jean hard to play? Billie Jean is not hard to play.
And the thing,
he's saying this is heavy cap. Billie Jean is hard to play.
Yeah.
Smooth Operator was better. Why is Billie Jean do 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 do? That's just and it's such a box little bass line there, and then the guitar part, doop, 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 F sharp minor, G sharp minor, A, G sharp minor, over and over again to the B minor 7. It's just it's extremely simple, and the guitar solo, meow, 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 meow. That's all it is. Not hard at all.
Now, I'm curious about this, because the Jackson 5, I don't know who was Tito the guitarist?
Yeah.
Or was that okay? Yeah. I don't remember him being like, how should I put it? I was still convinced, even until like he was like 40 years old, that he really didn't know how to play guitar. It was like a case like the Monkees, you know. But no, I guess he did. I guess he really could play.
Yeah, they could all really play except for Michael, and Michael was really good at singing parts, like in the studio. I mean, I remember seeing Quincy Jones talk about this. Like he would come in and sing the bass part, come in and sing the guitar part. Like,
right? Yeah.
What was that guy? The guy who did "Don't Worry, Be Happy."
Bobby McFerrin. Yeah.
Right. He, sing all the parts, and very good at that. But he couldn't play anything. So, if you're not white and funky, hold on. If you are white and not funky, that's what he said.
Oh, okay, that's why it's hard. Yeah.
Oh, why you call me homie, Mr. Steven 998? I'm not your homie. I am not your homie.
Maybe he's addressing it to me. He thinks this is my show.
Oh, that could, yeah. So it's Rhonda Hansen.
That's what's that woman's name? It's Rosemary in New York.
Whatever happened? Remember Mary and Anthony Crescenzo? They were, and then they were here like. They were. What did we go to regulars? I
don't think Mary was ever on this show.
No, Mary Bourne was never on the show.
She was never on the show, but
she was in the chat room a lot.
Right. She was Anthony's. I think. Well, see, Mary is a. I don't want to say born again Christian, but let's say she's very religious.
Mary Bourne is a born again.
Yeah, I think so.
The second time she came.
Yeah, she's very religious. And in fact, at one point, she had offered to help me do for my career, which helped me like she was helping Anthony. Well, I shouldn't say it was. We were talking about it. And so I said I don't think you want the stain of what I do touching your life and faith.
Yeah, I'm surprised that a very religious person would stick with us for more than like 5 seconds or so, because everybody's bisexual. I don't know if you know about it.
Yeah, but she's very cool. I mean, she's still out there posting stuff.
Yeah, but whatever happened with the Anthony? We were helping him.
He's cut his hair. It's now short. It's not a long ponytail anymore.
Oh, really? Are you follow him or something? How do you know?
No. Occasionally it pops up in my feeds.
Oh.
You know, I say I'm having this. Here's, and I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it. It's not. I don't hate feeling it, or maybe I do. I'm a little bit ashamed of feeling this way. Okay, like I used to have like 5,000 some odd followers and friends or some shit like that on the Facebook thing, and I realized that like most of them, or just comedians talking about themselves, and some of them I was nice enough to promote on my site, but they would never reciprocate. So I was like, after all, I just started eliminating one at a time, and next thing you know, as a matter of fact, every month I would eliminate a few hundred, and then now I'm down to like maybe 1,500 people. But especially the ones that kept posting shit like weight loss stuff and tagging me in the weight loss stuff. And so the shit is filling up my feed with weight loss people. It's like, no, I'm just, no. And I got tired of like untagging myself. And I said, no, just get rid of them.
Yeah.
And
I've had,
I believe in helping the comedy community advance, but there's so many comedians that were like posting their shit to my stuff, but wouldn't share my stuff on their pages. So it's like, no, fuck you guys,
Oh.
And I hate being like that because I believe in sharing good comedy with everybody. But there's some people now. It's fine if they don't think I'm worth sharing. That's fine. No,
something's wrong here. Something is
wrong.
There
is something wrong.
21 hours. What kind of cold is this? Bitter blast, frigid. It's just cold. It's January. It says what it feels like on Long Island is -1 with the wind chill. This is not true. Well, because hold on a sec. Somebody is fucking messing with my head here, because
it's
46 degrees out here and there was no wind. So the difference here, now they're saying it feels like -1 with the wind chill. There's no wind chill. It's not frigid cold.
What are you using? What's that information that you're looking at?
That just comes up on News 12. Meteorologist Rich Hoffman is putting this picture of Long Island. What kind of cold is this? Bitter blast. This is 21 hours ago, but it was not. It did not get cold last night. I was out smoking last night. I know, and I wasn't even wearing a coat. I was just wearing a shirt or something. It's not.
Okay,
I think the weatherman is stuck in last year or something.
Okay.
It's just not adding up. It's not that cold. It's not that cold where you are, right?
No. It's 40. It was 51. It's 48, something like that.
Yeah, it's what the fuck. It's very confusing. It's not that cold.
Right.
And this is only 21 hours ago. So 21 hours ago was 9 o'clock. No, that was almost yesterday. That was yesterday afternoon. It was not. He's lying. This is a meteorologist. Boy, they get things wrong, but they never get things that wrong, like 50 degrees off, right? Like, well, we told you it was going to be 80 today, but it's really 30. That's I missed it by a little.
Missed it by that much.
Yeah. All right. So you a big bluegrass music fan? Yeah. All right.
No,
I didn't think so.
I've only listened to one bluegrass album my entire life, and it was because
you were running from the angry mob of wearing hoods.
No, I actually had to listen. I was a friend of mine. His father used to play in a bluegrass band like 30 or 40 years ago, and he had an album. And he was telling me about it. And the thing is, this is in 90 something when I did this for him. I had my radio station from my home called clickhere.com. And I was playing local bands. All I did was play and interview local bands and unsigned artists. That was my gig. And so when I was beginning, I was looking for bluegrass, country and bluegrass, because I wanted to cover as many genres as possible. But I don't know bluegrass. I didn't know bluegrass. I had no interest in it. So I reached out to my friend who was from West Virginia, and that's his jive, bluegrass and country. Matter of fact, his joke used to be, I listen to both kinds of music, country and Western. Yeah, so
they are different.
Yeah, I know. Believe me, I made the mistake of asking him one night, and 2 days later, when he finished telling me. So I reached out to him, and he goes, my dad used to play in the bluegrass band. He has an album, and he says, but we don't have anything to listen to it on. And I said, can you send me the album? I said, I will digitize it for you and put it on CD.
I don't know what digitize mean.
And so he sent me the album. I digitized it. And he let me use it on. He let me use the music on my website, on my station. And I made a couple of CDs for him and I took the cover, duplicated the art, made sleeves and stuff, and sent it to him.
He'd be digitized.
And he said his father was so happy because his father hadn't listened to the band. A lot of the band had been dead by then. He said there's like maybe one member left. He was so excited. He actually called him up and they listened to it together. So I felt kind of good reuniting.
Oh, that's nice. It's a feel-good story.
Yeah, that was that didn't involve my mother.
You don't even bring up your mother because YouTube frowns upon that.
I know. I have now to have another parent that I have to make a new parent or something.
YouTube is very weird to me lately.
They're saying we're opening up the gates. You can say anything you want to say Oh no, but you can't talk about that. That was their caveat. It was like a case by case by case by case in case basis.
Yeah, and for 6 weeks, they were pushing me to new people all over the place, and then about 7 days ago, they said, "Nah, we're not doing that anymore." And
are you going to the holiday party on the 19th? You said you were.
I did say, I did say that I need somebody to pick me up because I'm planning on having a mini stroke that day. No, the holiday party on the 19th. There was no Christmas holiday party, right? But there's a Martin Luther King.
They probably had to wait until a couple of things. First of all, they were like less busy. They probably had a lot of shit that was booked there.
That makes sense.
Because I guess people can also rent it for holiday parties, right?
Yeah, probably Monday nights. They're probably all open to catering hall.
Right, and so this was probably the first chance they got when they weren't making money off of the place. So they said, "Okay, we'll do this then."
So it's a Martin Luther King's birthday holiday party with a bunch of white people from Long Island.
Yeah, that's why I want to go. I thought I'd be the guest of. I thought I'd be the guest of honor. I really want to go. Damn it. I could be like walking. Well, actually, last year, there was like 5 black people there. I think 2 of them worked there, but the
imported.
Other 3, yeah, I think there were 3 imported.
Well, they were all imported if you kind of.
Well, yeah, if you go back far enough, you dig deep enough, they're all imported.
Yeah.
But I think 2 worked there, and the other 3, I think, were like affiliated with other things. Like I think one was a comedian or something. And the funniest thing is like people just assumed we knew each other. 5 black people in the same place. They must, and there's like 100 white people. The black people must know each other. And and weirdly enough, we did wind up sitting at the same table, and it wasn't even on purpose. I was looking for an unoccupied table. I saw one. I went over, put my coat on my chair to save my spot, and I went and got my food. When I came back, there was a couple of more other coats there. So okay, some other people are saving their spots. When all the coats were claimed at the table, we were all black. We were all the black people. We had naturally congregated at the table without knowing each other. We just all sat there at the same table.
Yeah,
like, man, this looks like we unionized already.
Yeah. I should know this, but I don't know this. Is it for comedians or is it just for the podcast hosts or people?
It's for people affiliated with the place. So I guess it's like families and friends of the show. So like I guess it'd be comedians, showrunners, producers, people who produce shows there.
Well, I want to go because then we'll get some content out of it, right? Or try to get some content, bring some cameras or at least cell phone cameras and stuff, and try to get some stuff to play on the show for when there is no guests to kind of just yuck it up about. Look at this stupid shit that happened.
I think Tony does that.
Tony does.
Well, I know. Well, let's put it this way. I know that he's posted pictures and stuff. I don't know that he took footage because if he took footage, if he took footage and didn't include me last time, then I don't even know if I was in any of the pictures. So I don't even think it was him taking the pictures. But
yeah. Okay. I don't
think it was Tony, but they did post it on their governor's Instagram site.
They did?
Last year, I think.
Oh.
Because I don't know where else I would have seen the pictures from the party.
Facebook, Tony's Facebook, right? He doesn't do that on it, but
it's possible it was on the Facebook page.
Yeah. I don't think Tony likes me. How about that?
If he didn't like you, he wouldn't keep trying to kill you in his murder mysteries.
Well, he hasn't in a long time since because last time I think he was under the wrong impression. I think he thinks I told him I was having a stroke when I said I just didn't want to drive because I felt like I might have a mini stroke. There's a big, mini stroke is not deadly. It's just something you shouldn't drive while having. And I was just saying that, I'll make the show. And then he canceled me out of the show. You said you were having a stroke. I didn't say I was having a stroke. There's a big difference between an ITA and a fucking stroke that will kill you. But I think he's still pissed at that. And that was months ago. Get over it, man. I was planning on having another mini stroke on Monday. just because it's a day off, and I got to get them all in while I have them. So, or else I take them back.
Yeah. That's true. It's almost like having extra vacation days at the end of the year. You got to use
exactly like that. It's exactly like that, and it's not almost like that. That's what it is. Mini strokes on my vacation. That's what I get. I want to bring up a subject that I am very confused about.
Well, okay, when two people love each other very much, if it's a man and a woman, they get together, sometimes their genitals touch. And
what if it's not a man and a woman?
Well, I'll get to that later. That's the next chapter.
Oh.
I'm trying to start you off with the basics.
Okay.
And then eventually we'll work our way up to the trains and the menage a trois and the orgies. But we're going to start off with one-on-one genital contact, okay? So, what confuses you?
The anti-vaxxers, like Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Mm-hmm.
He is just so gung-ho about and there's more than just him. These people who just hate vaccines, all vaccines. And it's like, what is driving it? It's not, do they want people to get sick, or are they driven by like some kind of conspiracy theorist type of, I just need to feel more important. I mean, because you want people to get fucking measles, or you want people to get shingles. All these things are fucking hell on earth. You want people to get I mean, what's driving them to be so fucking trying to kill? No, these vaccines measles has been pretty much a non-thing until you started getting people on the anti-vax thing, and then now it's making a comeback. Vaccines worked. So do you have any idea what the motivation behind?
I mean, other than ignorance? No. I mean, I can see the people that are like ultra religious who do not want man interfering with God's plan. I'm not saying that they're right. I say I can almost understand them, but that's not where Robert Kennedy is coming from. And the thing is, he used to actually be a person of science. At one point, he was a person of science. So I don't know who touched him, who hurt him. I don't know.
That's what it's baffling. Like, what is his motivation here? Because obviously, he can't believe that the measles vaccine didn't work. It's undeniable that when the vaccine came around, measles went underground and disappeared for decades.
It was low enough that they pretty much said it was what is it when you eradicate it?
Yeah, right.
Like polio.
Right.
It gets to a point where it's like, yeah, they actually can say statistically it's eradicated.
Right. And then you stop with the vaccines and all of a sudden it's making a comeback. That's pretty obvious that the vaccines were working and working in a good way. I mean, nobody was having any adverse reactions to it. Now, it just doesn't make any, I mean, I understand COVID broke a lot of fucking people's minds and the panic and the trauma that it brought about, national trauma. But they're against every vaccine.
And the thing is, COVID didn't break people's minds. Not all. Some of those people were like that before COVID. Yes, they were anti-vaxxers before COVID, and this just gave them fodder, or just But those movements were not. They were considered wackadoos. They were like one person would stand up at a town hall and go, I don't think my kid should have to be vaccinated to attend public school. My child, my choice. And it was like one person out of like 100 or out of 200 at a PTA meeting or something. And then all of a sudden with COVID and then the amplification of the other nuts, they start coming out of the woodwork. And now it's like 1/3 of the population is like, I don't think my child needs to be vaccinated to go to public school. That's I don't have an answer for it because I'm tired of trying to find logical explanations for illogical behavior. I'm tired of it. My brain hurts.
Yeah, no, I am too, but I just I just can't up because it's much more now. I mean, they're becoming more and more not just Don't mandate it and make me take it. You shouldn't. And they're trying to convince me and everybody else, these things are bad, they're evil, don't take vaccines. Like, I understand you're stupid.
They're the extreme. They're like, they are on the right, like vegans are on the left. You know, it's like on the left, like you should.
Good analogy, yeah.
They're
Jehovah's with them.
Yeah,
they're just a different religion or different.
And I appreciate vegans. You know, I've been friends with them. You know, for the longest time, and as long as they don't try to convert me. You know, and same with carnivores. These people, the paleo diet people, it's like if it didn't walk or crawl or bleed, I'm not eating it, and you shouldn't either. Fuck them.
Right.
They don't know what my stomach can handle.
You know what? One vegan said to me, "If it's got a face, you don't eat it." Because I caught her eating clams. I was like, you know, that clam is not a plant. And
she goes, well, you know, I'm a lesbian. That's why I can eat clam.
It doesn't have a face.
This clam is bearded. You notice this clam is bearded. I can eat it.
Oh, no, the clam wasn't bearded. That's the whole.
Okay, never mind.
But she said it didn't have a face. If it didn't have a face, that's what the line was. It didn't have a face.
Yeah, I heard that one.
Nobody eats the face. I don't know. Have you ever had
good face? Have you ever had good face?
Good broiled face.
prepared nicely.
Stop by Burger King for your face burger. I've never.
Yeah. Yes, I like. I want an all beef face patty. All face patty.
Heavy Cat says he's never had COVID or TB or polio or smallpox or hepatitis B or vaginal cancer, thanks to the vaccines. I'm just going to go out on a small limb here and say you probably wouldn't have got vaginal cancer even without the vaccine. I'm just, you never know. But, you know, I haven't had the vag cancer vaccine. I'm pretty good with it. I don't have vaginal cancer either. You?
Hello, Anne in California.
Why are you bringing that up now?
I read it here. I was waiting to say that. So I was waiting to say that.
And I apologize for GD jinxing you with that. But go get the vaccine.
She can't get vaginal cancer because she rides a motorcycle.
She rides a hurricane, the eye of the hurricane. You know that song, David Wilcox.
She rides a motorcycle, so the vibration just shakes all that stuff out.
David Wilcox, The Eye of the Hurricane, great motorcycle song, one of the best motorcycle songs. You know the Grand Funk Railroad American Band? There's a line in there, Sweet Sweet Connie. She was doing her act. She had the whole show, and that's a natural fact.
That's what that line is. Okay.
You know, she's a real person. She's like in the Groupie Hall of Fame. I didn't know there was a Groupie Hall of Fame. She her claim to fame is that she fucked the drummers from every fucking classic rock band, and then she moved past drummers and was going into piano players and guitar players and vocalists and stuff. So, Connie, they had her name up there yesterday. I didn't. Who knew this was a real person? And there was a Groupie Hall of Fame, like time in the late '60s and early '70s, where groupies were in competition for who could fuck the most musicians.
Well, that I was aware of. And then again, I learned that through my white friends, because my black friends, the groupies, no, it's not an organized group. They're not. No. Yeah, I'm not saying that like my black friends. I'm not saying that there weren't black women out there, fucking musicians.
No, what you are saying,
but it wasn't like a competition that. But once I got to hang out with my white friends, I learned there's a competition. They're taking notes and comparing.
I get it. What you're really saying here, if we can cut through all this stuff, is that I've been excommunicated from my whiteness. White people, they didn't let me in on the team secret. Because they thought I would blab to you, and I just did. So
yeah, but you're not blabbing to me because I already knew.
You already knew, but I still blab to you anyway, and that's what they were trying to prevent. Now it just so happened you were already let in on the secret, but
yeah,
they don't trust me. They just think I'm going to just tell black people, white people secrets. I guess that's a founded concern.
At our concerts, when I was playing with Modern Ideal, I would toss out condoms into the audience, and so this one woman, grabbed one and picked it up, and she looked at me. She goes, "Are these real?" I said, "Yeah, these are real." She goes, "You got any more?" And my bass player looked and went, "I want to meet her after the show." So she wanted as many condoms as she could get, so I gave them to her.
Condoms. I never.
I used to throw them from the stage.
Not a big condom guy myself. I just
well, these weren't big condoms; they were regular size, and that's why I was throwing them out there because none of us could.
I don't like wearing. My analogy was when I mow my grass, I don't put the bag on the mower. I like to shoot my grass all over the place. That's
okay.
Don't wear a raincoat in the shower. Don't put a bag on the mower. And listen, I understand preventing disease and all that stuff. The best way to prevent disease is don't fuck a skank whore.
But you can get it without not fucking a skank whore.
What?
I will. I can tell you that.
What?
Yeah.
This is the first I'm finding out about this.
Yeah.
Where did you get it from?
I got it from a woman who didn't know that the guy that she
was a skank whore, in other words. She fucked
actually,
she fucked that guy.
Yeah, she did.
Well, she shouldn't have fucked that guy, a skank whore. Don't fuck dating, only a skank whore would fuck that guy.
Okay, you can't screw somebody you're dating?
No, not this guy. He was obviously he was a
well, she didn't look. That and that was the reason why she and I broke up, because she says he's just a friend. I said, no, he's not just a friend. He wants to be more than that. And as soon as the opportunity comes, he's going to fuck you. And she said, no,
baby, you got a disease, and you say he's just a friend. Is that how that goes? You got a disease? No.
I think that is. I think that was the first draft. You know how there's versions of the song. There's a version for radio, and then there's the version that you play live.
Were the engineers not present during that recording?
Oh yeah, they were like this. They were like,
yeah, let's press that.
Yeah.
No need for auto tune or anything.
Oh yeah.
That was the day auto tune was invented. They would said, wait, we gotta do something. Wow.
I can't. Sometimes I don't know. Some things were supposed to be novelties. I guess I don't know. I don't know if it was meant to be like a novelty record. It's like he had the money to press his own record, and then people played it. Go like, this is really bad. I don't know.
It's so bad it's good, and
no, it was never so bad it's good. No.
I'll be honest with you. When I first heard it, I was like, I'll listen to that. What the fuck is? I don't know. I guess I needed shit in my ears to kind of appreciate good music again or something. I don't know, but it was appealing in some level.
It was not appealing to me. It was funny, just like William Hung was funny, but I would never contribute to I would never spread it and contribute it.
I know who William Hung is, but I never heard the product. I never heard what he actually did. I know he got like 3 billion views off of being so bad in an Idol audition, right? American Idol audition. But I never listened to it. I don't know. I wouldn't know it if somebody played it for me. So, I'm not hip hop. I don't know if you know this about me. What am I getting? I'm getting text message.
Heavy Kev says that's how I met your wife, but he said that like 5 minutes ago. So don't know whose wife, and
he said that's how I met my wife.
Oh, his wife.
Yes.
Okay.
What? As a groupie? She was a groupie?
Oh, okay. That's all right. Yeah. I'm glad you remember what we were talking about 5 minutes ago.
Well, my first wife was pretty much a groupie too, to be honest with you. I mean, and honestly, my second wife, my wife now, wouldn't go to one of my shows if at gunpoint. It's just not into music, not into like going to see bands.
My second fiance was a groupie.
She went to a Carpenters tribute show. Like, oh my God, like that. And listen, Carpenters weren't as bad as people made them out to be. But if that's the only band you will ever allow yourself to go see, it's a Carpenters tribute band. We need to talk about music a little bit. I mean, whatever.
My second fiance was a groupie, and she fucked Jackson Brown's roadie. And I was so mad because we were engaged at the time. And I said, really? And a friend of hers was trying to break us up so that she could get with me. And so she told me about this. But that's not the kind of person I am. I don't go from, I wouldn't break up with my girlfriend to go with her friend. I wouldn't do that. So, but she had no way of knowing that I actually had scruples. And so I went to my girlfriend, fiance, and I said, you fucked Jackson Brown roadie. And at the time, I think I was playing in a band at the time. I said, the least you could have done was to fuck Jackson Brown. Okay, at least that would have helped the band. But the fuck his roadie.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are witnessing rock and roll folklore history here. I'm not sure if people are aware of this, but the song Rosie is about the drummer desperately trying to get laid, and the girl actually, when the girl he was after went and fucked the roadie. And that's the song, Rosie, you're all right, you wear my ring. When you turn out the light, we could do anything. It's about the drummer jerking off because the roadie stole his girl at a concert. And we just found out that GD actually knows the roadie, or knows the girl who fucked the roadie. Rock and roll history here on Coffee with the Dog. Google alert. Why am I getting a Doug Stanhope Google alert again? Google, why do you send me Doug Stanhope alerts? I mean, I'm a casual fan. I don't follow everything he does, but why do you feel like you got to tell me everything he does? Like, Doug Stanhope just took a shit. Oh, thank you, Google. What the fuck? I don't know.
Did he take one, or did he just borrow one?
You got to stop talking about Diddy, or YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, Diddy. You say Diddy. You can't say Diddy. When they heard me singing, they invented auto-tune. Is Heavy Kev on like a delay or something?
No, he said that. Oh, okay, possibly. It could be on a delay. He could have
paused to get down to New Zealand. He
could have just paused it.
Has to bounce off the Southern Cross back down.
There's like a 30-second lag between what's going on live and what they see, but
oh yeah, that's true. I don't know. I forget about the delay. There is a bit of a delay, 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's about 30 seconds or so.
Yeah. A lot of these bro podcasters, the Rogan sphere, they are coming to the conclusion that, hey, this isn't good. They seem like a little like the Gestapo. Even Rogan came out and said that yesterday. Like, wow, this looks like Gestapo tactics. We can't have that. But they're not accepting responsibility for their part in backing this stuff, and they're not backing off their support of it. We shouldn't have this, but we're not willing to say this guy's got to go, or we made a mistake, or any of this. They're not taking responsibility for, you backed it, and now you're saying, well, I'm shocked that this is what we got. Where were you, fucking sleeping the last 10 years? How did you not know that? Remember, there was a book. I don't know if you know about this book. It was called Project 2025. It basically laid out exactly what we're going through. And you said, well, who wrote it? Turns out the book was pretty accurate predictor of what we were going to go through. You didn't want to believe it then, and now you're acting shocked. Geraldo Rivera.
Yeah, here's the funny thing. Those same people who don't want to believe the Project 2025 book was written in advance and these things are happening in real time will believe in Revelations. It's like they'll believe in Revelations, but they won't believe what they see before their very fucking eyes. Project 2025.
Now, because I never believed in the book of Revelation, but now I'm starting to. I'm starting to feel like I don't know. I feel like. And listen, I don't know exactly. It's like Nostradamus. It's like his butt cheeks were blooming in April. Like, what the fuck does that mean? I don't know what the fuck he's saying, but the way it's been interpreted to me, or some people have told me what it means, it feels like we're living in end times. But 7 horns and 13 head fucking demon. I don't what the fuck. Say it in plain English.
Mushrooms.
Just why do they have to fucking make it like Nostradamus with his quatrains? What? Just fucking say it, man. Don't fucking hide it in poetry. What is this? Is this a Henry Rollins fucking test? I don't know. You know, a Henry Rollins test. I'm sure he's not the first one to say that. Poets are people who intentionally muddy their waters to make them appear deep. I think that's what Nostradamus did. I think that's what the Bible did. It's like, oh, we dressed it up in stuff you can't understand, so you feel stupid and we feel smart. That's why, right? That's what they did. Blame Elon. Okay, Elon, it's your fault. I'm done.
Oh, okay. All right. I was trying to remember who Henry Rollins was. Is that the guy that used to be like a comedian, but he didn't wear a shirt?
No, he was
a performer. He used to be a musician, and then he started doing like performative art, I guess. Like he was like doing stand up, but it wasn't really funny. It was more like lectures. And okay, all right,
yeah. I'm a liar.
What band was that? Was he with?
That was the Henry Rollins band.
Oh, okay. It's easy enough to remember.
Especially for him. What band? Is it the Matt Nappo band?
Did he? What song? What kind of songs? What song were they? Rock or progressive?
It was like punk.
Okay, you're right.
Poetic punk.
Right. It was. Yeah, I remember us not giving him much credence. We're like, what the fuck? How did he get? Yeah.
Oh, well, I go down that road.
I've been in a few bands where we're like, really? We're much better than that. Sometimes we weren't, but we quite often they'd say it.
What's happening here? We're inviting you to our next live webinar session, AI and WordPress security in 2026.
Is that from StreamYard or?
No, this is from Green Geeks. Green Geeks. The Green Geeks.
I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, and I don't know what it's for. I have to look up the doctor to find out what she does, so that I can know what to wash. No, I don't know what she's looking at.
Free nutsack.
Free nutsack.
This is an email I got. Free nutsack. Pick your free nutsack. Offer ends today.
I'm gonna call that doctor's office. I'll say, what does Dr. Bati do, and do I have to fast?
Colonoscopy. Now, you've had your colonoscopy, right? How often? Yeah. You got to do that every year?
No. Well, okay. Let's put it this way. It depends on what they find, how frequently, when they want to see you again. When I got my first one,
they find car keys. What happened?
The first one I got was I was 55, and they go, we don't need to see you for like another 10 years. And then 10 years later, which was last year, I got another one. They said, we don't need to see you for another 5 years. I'm like, okay, so that kind of thing. But I'm sure that people are like, whoa, we need to see you again tomorrow. Whoa.
Wow,
we need to see you again in 20 minutes.
You just love looking up my ass that much.
I guess it depends on what they find. Holy shit.
I have not had a colonoscopy, and I get yelled at it about a lot. But I just the thought of it. It's like I'm afraid I'm going to go gay once they start sticking stuff in my ass. That's what I'm.
You don't have to worry about that because you have no idea what they'll do to you while you're sleeping.
Oh, you know what? If they told me I could go to sleep, though, they put me out.
They do. They put you out for it.
Nobody told me that. Everybody said they were awake for the whole fucking thing, like, and they're farting, like, profusely farting.
Okay, I don't know where they're getting theirs done. Those are probably alien probes.
Earl Scheib's colonoscopy.
Yeah, because my doctor belongs to Johns Hopkins. That wasn't even an option. I asked if I could be awake so that I could see the. I said I would like to see the video. I said I wouldn't be awake because I've never. I will never see what I look like on the inside while I'm alive.
Yeah, no.
And he goes, we don't do that.
I won't even go for a regular physical without being put out. Like if I won't go into, put me out in the parking lot before you bring me into the doctor's office. That's what I want to be knocked out. Where's Slaptail today, by the way?
I don't know.
He's supposed to be yelling at me for not having a colonoscopy.
I have a question for you, Matt.
All right.
Okay. Now, I'm assuming that you have used tape, these things, right?
What are they?
Tape. It's clear.
Yeah.
You've used these tape things, right?
I have.
When it's empty, do you throw it away or do you get replacements and change it?
I throw it away.
You don't have like a bulk stack of the
I'll be honest with you. It's been many, many years since one's ran out on me because that falls under the wife's province.
In other words, you lose them. Do you lose them before they run out, and so you wind up buying another one?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but you don't understand my wife, who is. I think they invented the term "pack rat" just for her, because if I open the drawer where the tape dispenser is, there's 20 tape dispensers in there. Like, they're never going to run out. So, I mean, I'm trying to think back to when in my bachelor days, I probably would just throw the fucking thing out and or not have any tape or clear tape like that.
I'll use duct tape.
Yeah.
I'm all out of masking tape. You got any duct tape? How about electrical tape?
That's what duct tape and electrical tape.
I'll just use painter's tape. I'll just use the painter's tape.
I came up with a genius idea. Yes, a genius idea. I'm not claiming to be a genius. I came up with a genius idea somehow. Something hit me in the head. Tunnel tape. In 1992, it was tape for musicians and people in the audio visual industry. It was tape that had no tape in the middle, so you could put the wires in the middle and they wouldn't get all sticky stuff, and it would just tape down on the floor around the wires. It was selling pretty big for a while, and then we ran out of a manufacturer. The manufacturer who was making it for me went out of business, and I couldn't find another manufacturer to make it. I thought it had potential as an idea. I mean, your niche market is only musicians and AV people, but
musicians, AV people. I'm trying to think. Probably. You're right.
I mean, if you ever had the opportunity to take electrical tape off of like guitar cables or even power cords and all that stuff that have been taped down to the floor, once you do that once, they've got this funky gunk on them for life.
And then dust and everything sticks to it.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's an excellent idea. When was that? When did you do that?
1992.
Because I'm thinking, when you said tunnel tape, I went, I think I know what that is.
Well, so, but it's so. I think the original order. I think I spent all the money. I think I put like $20,000 into it, and then I sold the rolls one at a time from an AV production company that I was working for. And then when we ran out, I went to order it again, and the company was out of business. I couldn't find anybody.
I'm going to bet you could find somebody. Do you still have the patent for that, or the trademark?
I never got. It was never patented.
Okay, then somebody else are going to fuck you on
I doubt. You would see it No, I mean, I don't even see it on Amazon under, I don't think
Sweetwater.
Yeah. I'll check that out. If somebody else is doing it, it's like, and what can I do about it? I have no recourse. I didn't.
Right. No, I'm just saying, but if nobody else is doing it, then,
Yeah, maybe I could trademark it now. Looks like Colton Boris and Mike DeSorda are in the back room, but they don't have the camera turned on.
Right. They're probably waiting for 10-15, literally.
All right. We're pretty close there, right? 2 more seconds, I think, right? Or am I not?
It's pretty close.
We're there.
Yeah.
Colton and Mike, if you can hear me, turn your camera on. Device is not connected.
And if you can't hear us, turn your camera on. It confuses us.
Yeah. All right. So they're not.
There's a camera. It's coming on.
Oh, somebody.
Well,
no.
Oh, no.
It's all dark. It looks like the camera's on, but they have no light on.
They're so white that that's what we're getting.
Turn your light on. Turn a light on, dudes. There you go. They got a light on. All right. It's time to introduce them. Mike,
you guys are ready? You guys are ready? Give us a thumbs up.
Ready or not, I don't care if they're ready. They're coming in.
Okay. All right, we got 2 thumbs.
Mike DeSorda is the co-founder of a music label. You don't want to hear the intro.
No, you go ahead. I'm not interrupting you. I was just confirming that.
That's fine. You could just. Mike DeSorda is co-founder of a music label pushing out high-quality original music to the world as Granite Mountain Songs LLC. Their main mission is to simply get as much great original music out there. Colton Burris and Granite blend desert grit, bohemian outlaw spirit, and growing original songwriting. Anyway, they're here now. Let's say hello to these guys. Good morning, guys.
Hello. Good morning. How are you? Can you hear us?
We're well. Now, Prescott, Arizona. That's smack dab in the middle of the state, right?
Yes. More or less.
Yeah. Is there a Granite Mountain there?
There is.
Oh, okay. Because people were
absolutely.
Somebody from New Zealand said Granite Mountain sounds like a heavy metal band. And I said, I'm betting there's actually a mountain called Granite Mountain there, and that's where the name came from.
There is. Yep. Yeah. It's very visible from Prescott, pretty much anywhere you are. So
okay. So now, Mike, on the website, and I'll bring up Granite Mountain Sound's website link here, and there's a link in the description. There's not a lot of music for me to hear. There's a song I just
Bygone something.
Yeah, Bygones, Bygones, My Love, which sounds bluegrass, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So no drums and that's one time I went to a bluegrass open mic and somebody brought a tambourine and the leader of the open mic but no percussion, and he was like violent over the idea of somebody bringing any kind of percussion in there. So
don't they know that the guitar instrument is a percussion instrument? So is a piano. You're banging them. They're strings, but you're banging them.
I don't know. Piano? Is there piano music in there?
Piano. I'm just saying they're they're percussion as well because you're banging on them, even though.
Yeah. No, I don't know if I really remember any much piano music in bluegrass. Piano instrument.
No, not normally. So.
Yeah. Yeah. But I associate that with Kentucky, not Arizona, right?
For sure, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, it was an Irish folk song I wrote first, and then I converted it into also a bluegrass song. So,
all right, big on mandolins and banjos and acoustic stuff. Is that an acoustic bass I'm hearing on that song?
That's an upright bass. Yeah.
Very cool stuff. I appreciate that, and the stuff that goes into recording traditional music like that. Now, please tell me that when that was recorded, it was old-timey in the recording process. In other words, it wasn't overdubs. It was or one at a time. It was the entire band in the studio at one time.
No, it was not entire. It was not the whole band at one time. Actually, I used several online musicians that I know around the world. I contact around the world, and what I do in a lot of cases with my music, anyway, the music I produce, is because we don't really have as many musicians in town here as I would like or available I'd like, so I have to go outside of our small town here in Prescott. But I usually lay down a click track Locally, I'll lay down probably a guitar rhythm track of some sort just to kind of get the vibe. And then I farm it out to various musicians around the world or in the country. And as long as they have the click track and the timing, and I tell them what I'm looking for, and I do some revisions with them, whatever it may be, then I get a track back, and then I do all the mixing here and the mastering here. So
interesting, because I would assume when I hear it, it sounds like a purist put that song together, and when you hear about overdubs and stuff, a purist generally frown on that kind of stuff. So it's kind of a weird place to be in. It sounds very pure, very real old timey, but not by somebody who is a stickler to old timey and pure.
Yeah.
Okay. And Colton, guitar, bass, drums, right? It's a 4-piece, right? Outlaw country music.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're trying to, excuse me, trying to do a little hybrid of like country rock, alternative country, kind of wanting to bring what the Eagles brought in 1972 to 2026.
Wow. Very cool stuff. Now, no pedal steel or any, because when the Eagles started out, I'm sure you're aware that Bernie Leadon was pedal steel player and banjo player and all this kind of stuff, adding those traditional instruments in. Are you none of that?
We don't have it quite yet, but that's definitely for in the future. I definitely am going to need some pedal steel.
Okay. How did you how did you two cross paths? You're both from Prescott?
I was born and raised here. I met Mike a couple of years ago. We both were taking guitar lessons at the same place. And just over the course of a year or so, just visiting once a week over there, we got to become pretty good buddies. And Mike put together Granite Mountain Sounds.
Very cool. Are you familiar with places down south like Bisbee?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's an artist community, and I know quite a few musicians down there. I mean, it seems like almost everybody. If you're either a painter or a songwriter if you live in
right. Correct. That's right.
Yeah. So are you branching out and going around the state playing gigs, or are you just staying local to Prescott?
At the moment, we're local. Towards the middle, or definitely by the end of the year, we're really hoping to be more regional.
Very cool. Now, Mike, are you doing sound for Colton's band when he performs, or?
It sort of depends. I mean, obviously around town, a lot of the places he gigs or they gig already have their sound systems in place, and we just take advantage of that. But we're actually here right now physically in what we call our music venue, not this room. You can't see it, but this room is attached to a full music venue we have here. Can hold about 250 people. And,
I see over that. Oh yeah, there's a lot to that room. Yeah, I can.
Hold on. Hold on a second here. Oh yeah.
So anyway, we're attached here. Just literally steps away from me. A full music venue that a local physician in town has bought and refurbished into a music venue. And in fact, last night we were just here putting in an improved sound system. And on January 31st this month, Colton and Granite are going to be performing a private showcase with 15 of their best songs that they're going to perform for all his supporters in town, family, friends, colleagues, other musicians, those sort of people. And so we're expecting probably about well over 100 people here at that particular showcase. So,
now how many people does the venue hold?
It holds up to 250.
Oh, okay,
nice tight room.
Yeah.
As far as appeal and the audience and all, because it feels like music is becoming more and more technological every moment, and obviously that sets you apart as different and unique, and for people who appreciate old-timey sounds. But do you feel like there is a big enough audience to sustain artists that are traditional with traditional sounds, or do you have to? Because a lot of country music artists, if you look at Nashville, they are going out of their way to blend in the technology and all that stuff because they're afraid that their audience won't sustain pure music. What's your take on that?
I would say everything in music is cyclical, and I can kind of see a little resurgence of a more raw sound starting to happen. I mean, there's a lot of people my age and a little bit younger who are starting to really get into the bare bones of it, so to speak. I mean, they want real musicians, real instruments instead of computerized electronic type music.
Yeah, I have a friend from New York State, Shane Alessandro, who is going around, and he's a young person, and he's dedicating his life to actually getting out on the road and playing as much as he can, gigging probably 5 or 6 nights a week, and putting in the work and all that stuff. So they're and building a life on the road. But I think it takes getting out on the road and really finding opportunities to play wherever they are. Sometimes he's up in Alaska. I mean, he will go anywhere, and I think that's a great life. But unfortunately, having been there and done that, there's a lot of sacrifices that personal sacrifices you have to make in that stuff. Are you prepared for? Are you looking? And this is for Colton, not Mike, because Mike looks like he's closer to my age than Colton. Are you prepared? Are you planning on a life in music, or do you see it like as a 10-year project, 20-year project? What are your plans for your life?
At the moment, I see it as my life. I mean, I'm dedicating just about all I have to it, and I am prepared for the sacrifices that it's gonna make. This is always what I've wanted to do.
Yeah, cost you things like relationships and stuff like that because
most definitely.
I'm sorry.
Hey, makes for good songwriting, though.
No, without a doubt, the best songs I've ever written have come after a breakup, or just like disappointment.
Right.
My former bass player used to say, whenever I was dating someone, he says, "I can't wait for you to break up." And she writes the best. Right. He goes, "No, you look happy now. You look happy now. But I can't wait. I can't wait for 2 or 3 months when she leaves you, or
right."
Then we have this new music to play.
Yeah, it came to a point with me where I think subconsciously I would work towards a breakup, like get with a young lady for a temporary, just because I know this thing's going to break up soon, and then I'm going to have great stuff to write about.
Hey, I need to write a song, so we're breaking up. So.
Right.
Yes. So now with the song,
or we need to write a song. Let's tell her that Matt's sleeping around.
Yeah.
So that she'll leave him.
And this is actually for both of you. When writing a song, do you start with, and I know it can happen in multiple ways, but generally most often, does it start with just like sitting with a guitar and strumming some chords and getting an idea for a melody, or do you start with words and an idea of where the song is going to, what does the process look like most generally?
You want to go first?
Yeah, sure. For me, I usually figure a melody out. I'll strum the guitar, I'll come up with chords, or I'll just hear something in my head, and then I'll write lyrics around the feel of whatever the melody is.
Very cool.
In my case, I almost always start with lyrics. I hear a phrase in my head, or a title in my head, or a lyric in my head, and then I'll usually at least write one verse and one chorus. And then I start applying the music to it. Once I start feeling like what vibe is this lyric, are these lyrics giving me, right? And if you sample any of my music, you'll see that the song speaks to me what genre it wants to be, and I don't argue with it, and I just let it happen. And so therefore, I think every single one of my songs are probably a different genre, just the way it turns out, right? So
yeah. I'm pretty much the same way, and I've said this for a long time in terms of writing, no matter whether it's writing books, songs, or comedy or whatever, is if you start with the idea of the title and where it's going to go, you get an idea of the message that you're trying to write about. It makes it much easier for me to even envision the music behind it if I know what the song's about when I'm starting out. that makes it much easier.
Yeah.
So, as far as influences, you guys are your common influences, or because again, I'm basing on one song and one song from each of you. I've heard there's a live thing of Colton in a music venue on his Facebook page, and then there's a bluegrass thing on Mike's Granite Mountain Sounds page. So I'm basing it on just two very different kind of sounds. Are your songwriting influences? Do you have those in common or not?
Talk first about that.
I'm sorry, what was the question? Who are my songwriter influences?
Are you, first of all, yeah, well, you could say who they are, but are you and Mike have common songwriting influences?
Probably not. we're from different generations, as you can see. So
yeah. But Colton did mention the Eagles, and that goes.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's an overlap for sure. So,
absolutely. Yeah. The Eagles are a huge influence. Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Nicks' songwriting is hugely influential to me, and I try to write kind of in that way, mystical, metaphorical, any sort of way. Anybody, regardless of whatever walk of life they are, could relate, hopefully, to whatever I write.
Well, don't take this the wrong way, because people can take what I say the wrong way. You're the first guy who ever given credit to Stevie Nicks that I've talked to about it. Generally, I've heard her talk about this with Lindsay, and because she was putting herself on the level of Bob Dylan. Lindsay, I can't think of his last name. Jesus. He was saying to her, basically, you shouldn't use that line. She said, would you say that to Bob Dylan? Like, she puts herself on the level of which is, a lot of self-esteem there.
Yeah.
So that's very cool that you would even acknowledge her. Most guys would go towards, I don't know if me being a chauvinist here, most of the guys I've talked to, male songwriters, would pick out a male song. But she's not like the outlaw, right? I'll be honest with you. I was expecting you to say Johnny Cash, Chris Christopherson, some of those outlaw people.
Those guys. There's always going to be that little influence in there somewhere, because I grew up with those guys. All my family always listened to them. They were always on the radio.
Yeah. Do you do cover? Are you playing originals and doing covers and mixing in the originals to get work, or do you go out there and do strictly? Oh, you do.
Yes, sir.
Who the bands you cover?
I'm sorry.
Which kind of music you cover?
A primary band that we usually cover, well, we do a couple of their songs, is a band out of Oklahoma called the Turnpike Troubadours.
Yeah, I know.
Then there's another one, Cross Canadian Ragweed. I like a lot of that red dirt country too. I'm half Okie, so I got to represent the Oklahoma boys too.
Very, very cool. It's, you know what, I was going to ask, a couple of years ago, I was working steady in a place called Daisy's Nashville Lounge, which is here in New York. And it's just a bunch of fake New Yorkers wearing cowboy hats who've never actually don't even know what a cowboy hat is for. But they were asking for a lot of Morgan Wallen and Brandy Zimmerman. And it's all this newfangled pop country. Does that appeal to you at all? I'm not going to ask you to bash it, but do you find it appealing at all, the Nashville sound?
There's definitely some that are good. I just find it difficult for myself to relate to, because I'm an old soul. I'm always spinning old records. Like I said, the Eagles, Fleetwood Mac, a bunch of those other ones. That's primarily where my interest is.
From the chat room, down from New Zealand way, is Rycooter bluegrass? No.
Not exclusively. Not exclusively. He's played some other.
I think of him as a blues artist, Rycooter. I never heard him do anything that sounds anything remotely bluegrass.
Well, he collaborates. He works with other people. Collaborates. He collaborates with other musicians.
Yeah, I know that, but again, I've never heard him do anything that sounds anything remotely bluegrass.
Yeah, I know y'all are thinking like, whoa, he knows who Roy Court is. No, I don't. I saw that question 5 minutes ago, so I Googled him.
Oh, okay. Oh, the movie Crossroads. All the music from the movie Crossroads was Ry Cooder.
Uh-huh.
There you go. Do you have influences beyond old timey country music and outlaw country music, rock stuff, or?
I do. You know, when I'm not listening to country music, I'm really into a lot of that post-punk, new wave type of stuff. So I'm sure that influence probably shines through there somewhere too.
Do you, and this goes out to either one of you or both of you, enjoy the collaborative process? Because I find, and I'll just prefacing the question here, I was in many bands, but as a songwriter, I was the only songwriter in bands, and always wanted people's ideas, input, and all that stuff. And then for the last 35 years or so, I've been one of these guys with a home studio, creating my own music. Very difficult to collaborate with anybody, sometimes remotely, and that's just not the same as being in the same room with people. Do you appreciate, especially in the songwriting process, do you appreciate the collaborative process, or are you a solo person? I need to just close people out of my life and get in a quiet space.
You know, I do appreciate a good collaborative effort. I haven't been exposed to it very much lately. Me and my band, we just started working on an original song together. So that's pretty much my first collaborative deal. But so far, I'm really liking it.
Yeah.
Yeah. In my case,
how about you, Mike?
Yeah. In my case, I strictly collaborate in all my songs. Typically, I will rough out the song, at least complete the song in terms of all the choruses and verses I want, the structure I want, the arrangement I want, the lyrics I want, the vibe I want, the genre I want. And once I get that, I guess you might say 80% to my liking, then there's several music mentors I have around town here. And I will pick one or two or three of them, whatever it may be, and I'll sit down and with them and they'll help me kind of finish the song, I think, in a much more just in a better manner, just more professional and more releasable, you might say, once I finished working with them. So
yeah, just a while ago, one of the songs I was writing with my band, I'd written the lyrics and the guitar, and I gave the keyboard player the job to write the bass line for the bass player to play, because the bass player has because I wanted to expand his scope, so to speak. Fingering on a keyboard is a little bit different. So he wrote the bass line, and then the bass player I had the bass player write the keyboard part.
Oh, so, interesting.
Okay. So just because everybody has their own style and their own language, and if you don't stretch it, you start repeating the same riff over and over again. And I didn't want that. So I said, you write the bass part, you write the keyboard part. And it was like the most different thing that we'd ever done. And it was like really, really cool.
That's awesome.
But yeah.
Ty Weckenfeld, I'm not sure that's how you pronounce her last name. Weckenfeld. She's a studio musician now working in Nashville, but I first know about her from touring with Jeff Beck. She said the other day, I read a quote of hers, my favorite bass player is Stevie Wonder's left hand. Wow. For a bass player to say that.
Women also say that's her favorite lover as well.
But I want to ask, because
okay.
Well, that's what the song "Part-Time Lover."
We're still talking about music or not?
So. Oh yeah, we are. That's what the song "Part-Time Lover" is about. Yeah.
Because the Eagles came up, and I'm quoting bass players here. There's an opportunity for me now. Timothy B. Schmidt, who was not the original bass player from the Eagles, the guy who replaced Randy Meisner. He's got a very famous quote that I love. He says, "Every band is on the verge of breakup at all time." Does that ring true with you guys? How do you? Because I find that to be very true. How do you keep that from happening? Because I've been through in so many bands and been through that it's almost like a divorce when it breaks up. It's just like, oh man, it's so much trauma and drama all mixed into one. How do you keep the band together and keep the peace? Obviously, you're young, and keeping the ambition is not necessarily a problem, but keeping focus and keeping the drive and everybody together on the same page has got to be. It's always a challenge, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, when you're dealing with, 4 different lives, I mean, life's going to happen. Everybody's going to be doing their own thing. But right now, I think we're still kind of in the honeymoon phase of the band because we've been together. It's been 3 months now, so it's still really fresh and everyone's really excited about it.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
no, I try to be very democratic. Everyone has a creative input, and we all get along very well. I mean, it was very serendipitous how it all fell together. I mean, we all get along great.
And I'll add something to that if you don't mind, and that is that
please.
As the manager of the band in Colton, I do my best to insulate them from anything else except the music, right? So any politics involved, any logistics involved, any issues involved, I front all that for them, and they know very well that any of those things encroach upon their music life comes to me, so I can be that barrier to them, and they can just concentrate on the music. So
what and Colton, I'm not sure if you appreciate this yet, and you probably do, but what a gift that is to have somebody who is willing to believe in you, and not only believe in you, but share some wisdom and be the one to take the heat when the band is kind of not feeling it together. How blessed you are to have somebody like Mike. I mean, it sounds like I'm blowing smoke.
Oh, absolutely. I do not take any of it for granted at all.
Yeah, very cool. Good for you. I mean, that's important. I was talking to Kenny Arnoff, who was the drummer from John Cougar Mellencamp, and we were talking about. He was talking about Phil Ramone's a place in producing that stuff and keeping the band together, and to have somebody like that, a producer who actually not only believes in you, but has been around, seen it all, done it all, and can steer you through those rough waters. What a difference that makes in your career. So good for you to have somebody like that in your life. Now, do you think in terms of singles, because that's the digital download part of the music industry is all about one song at a time, which is a shame to me, because I love an album. I love an album where there's cohesion and you're listening to one song that seems to go with the other songs on the other stuff. When you're writing, do you think what's your approach? Do you go one song at a time, or do you think about it in collection form?
As far as writing, I think I just take it one song at a time. It just depends on what season of life I'm in at the moment. But I definitely do think in terms of albums too. I mean, I've got one in my head right now, 1 to 11, exactly in order how I want it to be and how it flows. So I'm definitely a little bit of both, but I do love albums.
And that's one of our ambitions this year, is to hopefully by the end of the year cut his first album for him. So.
All right. Now I have the link to Granite Mountain Sounds in the description and Colton's Facebook. Is there someplace else we should be sending them, like a Spotify link or something like that?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I have a Spotify profile and artist profile with all my particular music, all the music I've written, had produced. By the way, the music I write and produce, I'm not singing or playing on it. I always find people better singers and better players than me. And so I always hire people for that, but I'm the songwriter in all of them. And I think Colton, he has one out right now out in the streaming world.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So I have both of them. I'm kind of switching back and forth. That's Colton's Facebook profile. Now, the link is in the description. I'm just scrolling across here so people recognize them when they look in the description. So yeah, this is kind of important now, the whole distribution type of thing. And Spotify, it's such a hard thing to figure out how you get traction on that. Spotify, Apple Music, all the same thing. You have to get on playlists. How do you get on the playlist? You have to kind of reach out to playlist cultivators and kind of get them to listen to your music first. It's just the strategy of getting music heard by new people has changed so drastically, and the music industry is so cluttered right now. How do you find a way to break through all the noise?
Yeah, it's very difficult, frankly. I'm not sure I have found the magic sauce for that quite yet. I have kind of changed my thinking about this. When I first started releasing my music about a year and a half ago, I was chasing numbers, right? You know, how many listeners, how many views you get, you know, all that kind of stuff. And sometimes it was a lot, and sometimes it wasn't very much. But I started realizing nothing tangible was coming out of all that. And so I'm kind of changing for my music. I'm kind of changing my philosophy this year. Instead of chasing numbers, really, I just want to change. I want to chase movers and shakers industry that might cover my songs or might want to license my songs or might that sort of thing. And I'm not. I don't care if 500 people hear it or 5,000 people or 5 million people anymore, because my experience, it does nothing for you. It's a bragging right, fine, but nothing tangible ever really happens about coming out of all that. So
yeah, Carl Hitchborn, who is a new music, I don't know how to even describe him. He's somebody who helps people market their music, and he keeps talking about this idea of the difference between followers and fans. People who just click the button to follow you, but they never really buy your music, and they're not fans. The fans are the people who are buying music for you.
Yeah.
And he says basically there's a difference between having 10,000 followers and 100 fans. You can make a living off of 100 fans.
Yeah.
With 10,000 followers, you can't make a living off of.
Exactly.
And so the landscape on how do you make a living in music has just changed so drastically. I don't know, you know, how to strategize it for a young artist. It's really frustrating.
I think everybody's struggling in this space right now. So
to be honest, it's the internet has turned things the internet has turned industry or creativity into a modern day Amway. I don't know if you guys, because back in the day,
I'm not familiar with Amway. Yeah, go ahead, tell me about it.
Okay, back in the day, Amway was like this pyramid service where they sold products.
Okay,
but they were always Amway products. Like it should be like Amway cleaner, Amway dish detergent, Amway soap, or whatever. And so people, the object, in order for one person to make money, they had to have people beneath them selling Amway. And the next thing you know, if you sold Amway, everybody you was trying to sell Amway to was also selling Amway.
Yeah.
And that's the way the internet feels right now. It's like, yeah, I have a podcast. I have a podcast. I have a podcast. And I have a podcast. And and so everybody has a podcast. So not many people are listening to, you know.
Yeah.
That's how it feels to me. That it's the modern day Amway.
There's a lot of truth to that.
Thank you. I try to speak a lot of truth.
No, you don't.
I do.
No,
if my wife's not here, I'm not going to lie now.
No, you're here's something that because I was at a show when I was young, and it was a guy singing, and people were taking his photograph. And he was yelling at people in the audience for taking pictures of him and saying we only allow licensed photographers here and don't take pictures without asking permission. A big bugaboo for me, especially playing in bands, is when I go out and do a gig, and then the next day I see on the internet a cell phone video, which is the worst audio and terrible angles, and it just represents what we're doing so bad that I started to appreciate that guy from my past, that old man who I thought was being a dick, like yelling at the audience. And I've never yelled at the audience for it, but I feel really protective. Like when I see people with cell phones, I'm like, oh no, this is going to get out in a bad way. Is that something you're concerned with, or do you think about that when you're performing?
No, I don't really think about it. I mean, as long as my audience is having a good time, if they want to film me, I mean, whatever. I mean, I'm not that concerned about a bad video.
I get it. Yeah, no, if they show the people actually having fun. The problem is when it really makes you look less professional than you are. Sometimes you see enough of that, and you're like, "Damn it, man! Why is all this stuff getting out there?" And it's you can't control it, right? You can't say don't.
Right.
You can't ask them not to do it because
Yeah.
then you are being a dick.
Yeah, you can't control it anyway. So,
Well, this is with comedy clubs. They do kind of control. They make people put their cell phones at, check them at the door or something like that, and kind of stuff. I don't know if music should go there yet, but it feels like epidemic where I see all the time, even in major concerts, people are shooting stuff, and I'm like, boy, that doesn't make the band look good at all.
Yeah.
You know what you do? You write songs with frequencies that fuck up phones. Something the phones can't handle. Why is that bass so fucking low? It's like,
right. There you go.
And the phone is rattling. It's about to fall apart.
I think you're onto something, or on something. On something.
Both.
Or both.
Yes. Now, as far as writing, are you writing constantly? Are you very prolific? Are you familiar with Jesse Wells?
Yes,
I know.
I am
Jesse,
familiar with him.
This guy, I mean, he is writing every day. He's got a new original song out and putting like so prolific. Are you like that? I mean, do you write every day and come up with stuff every day, or are you more thoughtful and deliberative?
For me, it comes in waves. I'll hit a couple of months there where I write 2 or 3 songs in a month, and then like right now I'm on a 6-month dry spell right now. I hadn't had any inspiration.
So you need to get with a girl and break up.
I think you're absolutely right. You're right.
Yeah. Now, in my case, I usually have several going at one time, frankly.
Girlfriends?
No, yeah. Don't tell my wife, okay? So I usually have 4 or 5 or 6 kind of going at one time because I'll burn out on one, go to another, burn out another, and no inspiration on one. Suddenly I get inspiration on another. So I usually kind of working a few in parallel until one finally pops, right? So.
Okay, then this is for you. This is for you, Mike, because you just mentioned you have a wife. My wife and I've been together for like 22 years. And she says to me that you've never written a song for me. And I told her, I said, because you've never pissed me off that much. You haven't broken my heart. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't say, but if she wants a song, she has to like break my heart, because those are the songs. That's the only time I write. I don't know how to write a happy song about a woman. I don't know how.
I did. I wrote a happy love song for my wife.
Is that the wedding song that's on the website? There's a wedding song there. I haven't. All right.
Yeah. Actually, no, it's actually a different song. So, but yeah.
I tried. I tried. I wrote really nice lyrics I wrote a really nice poem for my wife, but to turn it into a song. I mean, I've written my wife many love poems, but I've yet to have the wherewithal to make it turn any of them into a song.
Yeah.
I could share. I'm not going to do that.
Oh, go ahead. It's just the 4 of us. Nobody's listening.
Nobody's listening, right?
Yeah, it's just the 4 of us. Come on.
No, I'm not.
Just so you know, since Ann in California says a great guest. I like them. Best wishes. So,
nice to hear.
She could drive to Prescott, Arizona, from where she is, right? Where is
Bakersfield, California.
Bakersfield.
Bakersfield.
Oh yeah, you could.
Yeah, that's not too terribly far.
You could probably do it in a day. So.
Yeah, I could drive to Arizona from where I am.
I'm going to say this
several times,
and this is a challenge for you. Hook Colton up with a gig in Bakersfield. There, Bakersfield is the place where Colton needs to be, right? That's a hub for. Definitely outlaw country music. I mean,
I think so.
Oh yeah,
we'll go there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, So you know what? I get on the road, go to Bakersfield. Ann's got a gig for you today, right, Ann?
I'll wait for her response.
There is now one of the people in our chat room is an evil son of a bitch. He likes to insult our guests. So he said, "You guys look like a bunch of outlaws." Now I'm where he said common outlaws. You guys look like common outlaws. Now, Colton, I'm thinking you take that as a compliment, though, right?
Yeah.
No, sure.
He's evil. He doesn't mean it as a compliment, but we take it as a compliment.
Yeah, I have a question for you guys, and actually, Matt, for you as well, because you're a musician.
I am.
Yeah, I did not grow up on bluegrass and country. I came about it accidentally. But when I watch bluegrass, I am amazed at, good bluegrass. When I say that, I'm talking about good musicians, not just I picked up
Ricky Skaggs is what you're talking about. Go ahead.
I don't know names, so you could be actually playing. You could be punking me, and I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right.
But when I'm listening to good bluegrass, I'm amazed at the musicianship.
No, completely.
Now I think some of my favorite. Now there are like some really good rock bands, but I watch their guitarists and I'm like, they could not play bluegrass.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering if you feel the same way, or is it just how do you guys feel about that?
Come back to the pro.
Well, I think there's a couple things about it. Number one, as we already mentioned, there's no particular what would you say? There's no drum rhythm going on for people to keep time with, right? So that's a challenge. And number two, they play at incredible speeds, speeds, right? You see those banjo players going, those fiddle players going, etc. It's crazy. And they must be playing at 200 beats per minute or something all the time, right?
Like hummingbirds.
So to have that muscle memory in your arms and your fingers or whatever is just incredible, in my opinion. So
now, now when I was growing up, I had a music teacher who used to tell me that playing fast was easy because if you make a mistake, it goes by so fast people don't hear it. But if you're playing a slow song, let's say something like 1 beat per second, but if you hit a bad note and you have to hold it for that second, everybody's going to know it.
Right.
Yeah. I did a music session with Paul Schaefer, who was from the Letterman show on Saturday Night Live, and he was playing on an original song that I had written, and it was a ballad. And he said to me, playing ballads are the hardest thing because nuance, people pay attention to nuance. Every single kind of nuance, it will stick out. That's much harder to play than just rock and roll, straight ahead, bash, bing, boom, bang. So there is that to it. But for these pickers who they are perfectionists, like Bill Monroe, Ricky Skaggs, these people, there were no mistakes.
Well, in the modern times, we have Molly Tuttle and Billy Strings. I would say those are the two I would now. So.
Yeah.
And I was telling my wife had never heard of Billy Strings, and I was telling her, she says, "You listen to country?" I said, "No, I listen to good musicians." I throw the labels out the window if they're a good musician. I don't care what they call themselves. They can say, "I'm the next hip hop country artist." Like, I don't give a shit. Are you a good musician? Throw the label out. And Billy Strings, it's not just him, but his whole fucking band.
Yeah,
it was like
now
really good.
Let me just touch on these people. Now, Colton is on one of 5 artists listed on the page here. Are these people collaborate? Like we have Adam Haar, we have Mark and I'm probably mispronouncing some of these names. Mark Ducassi, Mike, who is here with us, Colton who is here with us, and Clyde Score. Do all these people collaborate on each other's music, or are they all separate?
Well, there's a blend. Actually, those are some of my music mentors in town. So they write their own stuff, but they also collaborate with my stuff. So there's kind of a blend of that. So.
Very cool. Are you?
I just had a question that's real quick for you guys. Again, Matt, you don't have to answer this one.
I forgot Andrew's way. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. So Colton and Mike, when you have transparent tape and you run out, do you buy a new hole dispenser or do you get the refill?
I just get the whole thing.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry.
You know why? Because they're men. I'm sure that.
Look, I just wanted to find out something. I just want to ask them something that I don't think anybody else is going to ask them on another interview.
Does our answers say anything about our psychology or anything? I don't know. So
according to Matt, it does. It's according to Matt, it shows you're men.
Okay. You can go to our sponsors, betanything.eu, and bet that they are never going to be asked that question again, and they should never be asked that question again. So there you go. And if they are, then you lose. You lose your bet. Anyway, it's been a pleasure to get to know you guys. Listen, I appreciate you being here. We will do whatever we can, and if there is anything more that we can do to help promote you, please do send me the Spotify links. I will put them in the description.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
And you know what? We'll look forward to following up on you as your career progresses and things go on and you start to become more popular. Don't forget to stop by every once in a while and let people know when you're releasing new music. The door's always open to you. You guys know how to get here.
Wonderful, man.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. It's been a pleasure.
Guys.
Yeah.
Rock on.
Thank you so much.
And have a great day. Bye for now. Mike
Whoa! I can't believe this. You actually let people say bye before you cut them off. They both finish, and you
I must be on to something or on something.
Yeah, man, both can be true.
Well, I got to kind of cut out early today too because, as you know, I got to go to the psych ward, and they might keep me there. Here's my my issue with today. Obviously, I'm playing lots of cover music. In the contract, and I've talked about this before, I can't play any songs that have any references to alcohol, drugs, sex, or any politics or anything.
Or depression?
So, yeah, well, there was a song I was thinking about that had depression in it. And it's like, well, I can't do that either. Any psychological, anything that might trigger people in the psych ward.
What if the song is, let's say, positive about drugs? Like you say, you're my drug. You lift me up. You make me whole. Love is my drug, or something like that. You can't.
I can take you higher. No. Yeah. It's a struggle, and to be honest with you, I don't work from a set list. I go in there and I just start playing acoustic stuff, but sometimes I find myself in the middle of a song realizing, oh, there's a line that's coming up I can't sing. But it's
have you ever gone through and just changed the line, make it rhyme, but just do
I'll just say something that makes no fucking sense, but it rhymes. Yeah. Absolutely.
And people will go, is that how that goes?
Listen, in the psych ward, they don't fucking know anyway. I mean, they're coloring and stuff while I'm playing or whatever. Not to put these people down. I mean, I appreciate them. That's I care for them. I'm not trying to be mean, but they're not really all that cognizant of what's going on. Right. But in the drug ward, they know, and they will request songs, and I'll be like, yeah, I'd like to play that. I can't play that. I can't play it. Like, and I'm not that I can't play it. I'm not allowed to play it. So right. There's gonna be a lot of that. So this is my struggle with today. So I got to go do that. Tomorrow, Mitch Samu will be here, and we have some. Besides Mitch, we have a travel author on, right? That I confused with yesterday's author. I should go find out exactly who's going to be on, right? I should.
Now, Matt, when are you going to give me credit for asking the difficult questions? Like
what, the tape dispenser thing?
How many people have been?
That's not a difficult question. It's a dumb question.
It's a difficult question because now they're going to be like, am I doing it wrong? Should I be getting the refill?
No, they looked at you like, who the fuck? Candace McPhee is the second guest tomorrow. She is an author with our friends at Creative Edge. Her nonfiction Back in the Year series is based on the year of traveling around the world solo. You know, that has got to be, for me, it's almost a bucket list thing. To travel the world all by myself, no, you know, I think I told you this once. Art Garfunkel walked across Japan by himself. It sounds crazy. I think I'd like to try that. I know Japan is islands, and you're gonna have to take a boat at some point. But walking across,
there's a place in the United States, you can stand in one spot and be in 4 states at one time, where 4
Yeah,
states meet.
yeah.
Okay,
Four
I would like to. Yeah, I was there, and I just walked and said, I walked from Arizona to Colorado to Utah, whatever the 4 states are.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it's like I walked from here to there.
Mexico.
It's like, you what? Because some people who don't know geography don't realize that that place actually exists.
Yeah, no, yeah, I've been there too. Durango, Colorado is right on the corner of Four Corners. Spent some time there. That's an old. It feels like you step back into the 1800s, Durango, into Telluride. Yeah, you know what? But this idea of traveling alone, just traveling the world alone, it's a fantasy. I'm too old for it, though, right? Tell me I'm too old. So,
No, I'm not telling you anything like that because I'm not a person
because
to try to
you're
limit
almost
your
as
vision.
old. Because
No,
you're almost as old, and if you say I'm too old, that means you're too old.
no, I think of old as an
Me?
attitude.
Wow.
It's an attitude. No, I mean, I'm not saying that I can don't wake up with the occasional ache that I cannot explain.
All right, let's get let's get a little copyright strike. It changes in attitudes, changes in latitude. No, changes in latitudes, changes in attitudes. Little Jimmy Buffett thing going on there. All right,
Anne is abandoning us to go to spend time with Tony.
Yeah, I'm abandoning us to go spend time with the psych wards and drug addicts. But VA, military psych ward and drug addicts. So there's that. All right.
All right.
What? You got something to say? You got something to say? You got you.
No. I was just gonna commend you on your choice of t-shirts. Your Crack the Sky shirt. I mean, I think Crack the Sky has given you more stuff than, let's say, Robert Taylor, and you've worn Robert Taylor's shirt like 9 times in the past year. But
I wear whatever.
He doesn't even speak to you anymore. He doesn't speak to us. He doesn't anything. But you still wear his shirt. But Crack the Sky was like saying, "Hey, look, here's a shirt, man. We appreciate you. Here's a CD, man. We appreciate you. Here's another CD, man. We appreciate you." And you go like,
to forward for my book, Matthew. We appreciate you. And
but no, you go like, yeah, but I still pine for Robert Taylor. I still pine for Robert Taylor. No.
I just wear what's clean and what's on top of the
pile. I know you don't put any fucking thought.
I don't even look at what the shirt is. Here, just grab one in the drawer and put it on.
I know you gotta go. When I used to work for this company that rhymes with Comcast, whenever I go into someone's house and they had like a little boy and a little girl between the ages of 3 and 5, if I said to the little boy, what color are your shoes? Or what color is your shirt? What color is your shirt? I said, without looking, tell me what color your shirt is. They would always do like this to go like, they try to peek because they never knew what color. I'd never met a little boy who knew what color shirt he was wearing. Yeah. I would say to the little girl, without looking, tell me what color your shirt is. And they're like, I'm wearing a pink so-and-so and it matches my, and they could tell me the whole outfit without looking. But the boy couldn't even tell me what color shirt he was wearing without looking.
Stephen used to say to the little girls, tell me what color panties you're wearing. And then they would take them off in handcuffs.
And that's how we got that. That's why you got that letter about the pedophile white albino potato.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have went there. All right. But what less, you don't know, Matthew Burdick. Matthew Burdick is
sounds like something you're trying to get a shot from your doctor.
Well, he's somebody I invited to come on the program, and he said, "Are you sure you want me on?" I just got an email from him. Are you sure you really want me on? He's a counterculture writer, formerly of New York Times and Rolling Stone magazine. He's currently working for Screw. Remember Screw magazine? Yes, Screw magazine. Al Goldstein. But yeah, of course, yes, I'm absolutely sure we want you on this whole counterculture idea. There's nobody I want to talk to more than somebody who's counterculture. And you realize we've had male porn stars on who off themselves, unalive themselves because they were on this program. Of course, we want counterculture people from School Magazine on. So I have to write back to him now before I go play the psych ward. Yes, of course. I'm sure I want you on. Are you kidding? You are the perfect guest for Coffee with the Dog.
So I'm going to reach out to my good friend Abby, because see if I can get her on the show. My good friend from Sticks and Stones, Abby. Yeah, try to get her on the show.
Is she a counterculture writer or something?
I don't know, but I've been trying to get on the show for a while, and every time something happens, so I just decided to wait till the new year to try again.
Have you ever really had a conversation with her?
No, just text. Just text back and forth.
Yeah, I've had a couple of actual conversations with her. I haven't heard from her recently. She did send me an email. I didn't read because whatever.
Well, I've been getting Sticks and Stones emails, but nothing from her recently. So I got to reach out to her. To her, not to Sticks and Stones, because I've been trying to get her on. Actually, I was trying to get her on Done Way Past Funny along with Jim Brewer. Jim Brewer?
Fuck Jim Brewer. Get out of here. Really?
Not Brewer. No, not Jim Brewer. It's another Jim. Starts with a B.
Yeah, Jim Brewer is the goat boy. What a
no, not Jim Brewer. Jim starts with a B. As soon as I type his email in my thing, it'll show up. It starts with a B, though.
All right, I got to get out of here. Don't forget to turn on your radio. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.